You can't flood the country with tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of foreign workers.
You also do have to bring in talent.
I think the president's vision here is to bring in overseas workers 3, 5, 7 years.
Oh, so much shit. So much shit. We keep pushing. We keep pushing.
Dinesh D'Souza has lost his mind. Is America's future pooped? There's no doubt the MAGA movement has been experiencing a great deal of infighting since President Trump told everyone that the Epstein files are not real and calling it a hoax. But last week was especially disappointing for the MAGA movement, to say the least. On a one-on-one interview with Fox News personality Laura Ingraham, President Trump managed to alienate his entire MAGA base by defending the H-1B visa program again. Now, if you don't remember, Vivek Ramaswamy started this problem last December by tweeting that Americans have an IQ deficit, saying that our culture has venerated mediocrity over excellence, while saying Indian workers are better. Trashing popular shows from the 90s like Saved by the Bell as somehow responsible for dumbing down young Americans. This mask-off/India-first tweet from Vivek got 126 million views, alienating our workers, especially young white American graduates who have been losing jobs and opportunities to Indian workers for years now. But after much flip-flopping on this issue since 2016, including implementing a $100,000 fee for new H-1B visas a few months ago, President Trump managed to further anger his MAGA base by saying we don't have talent here in America. Now take a listen.
Republicans have to talk about it.
And does that mean the H-1B visa thing will not be a big priority for your administration? Because if you want to raise wages for American workers, you can't flood the country with tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of foreign workers.
You also do have to bring in talent. When
we have plenty of talented people here.
No, you don't.
We don't have talented people here?
No, you don't have certain talents, and people have to learn. You can't take people off an unemployment line and say, I'm going to put you into a factory where we're going to make missiles, or I'm going to put
How did we ever do it before?
Well,
exactly. But shortly after that, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent made it even worse in another interview with Fox News, saying that President Trump plans to bring in H-1B workers for 3 to 7 years to train Americans who apparently forgot how to do the jobs that build this country. Let's listen.
And the president's point here is, we can't snap our fingers and say, you're going to learn how to build ships overnight. We want to bring semiconductor industry back to the U.S. There are going to be big facilities in Arizona. So I think the president's vision here is to bring in overseas workers where these jobs went.
Who have skills.
Who have the skills, 3, 5, 7 years to train the U.S. workers. Then they can go home, the U.S. workers fully take over.
And that's the problem. They could go home, but we all know they're never going to go home. They'll bring their families, they'll overstay their visas, and they'll keep on taking more American jobs.
So do you understand the concern that people have? Hey, an American could have that job. Why?
But this is not a secret. Many neocons like Ted Cruz have been glazing Indians for a while now to ensure they have their desired new voters happy. In this tweet right here, Ted Cruz is pandering to Indians by wishing them a very happy Diwali festival because, well, throwing poop at each other while worshiping pagan deities is apparently how the superior Indian culture celebrates their new year. And to expose this Indian poop festival, YouTuber Tyler Oliveira traveled to India and filmed a documentary exposing the whole thing. Take a look.
I'm sinking. I'm sinking. I'm gonna die today. They're gonna kill me. They're gonna kill me. Spare me. don't kill me. Spare me.
Nothing wrong, no
They're sparing me. So much shit. So much shit.
But after being bullied, doxxed, and threatened by thousands of Indians for exposing their disgusting festival, Tyler decided not to release the documentary, making the left and virtue signaling neocons very happy. But that was brief, because just a few days later, Tyler decided to release the poop-throwing festival documentary, reminding everyone that you don't have to accept being canceled, as you can simply ignore those who get offended and whine about the truth. And all of this brings us to Dinesh D'Souza, who wasn't happy at all about the documentary and decided to tell Americans that our future is pooped. Dinesh decided to manipulate some 2024 census numbers to show that Asians supposedly make more money than any other group, ending this tweet by saying that the future belongs to the poop throwers. A true mask-off moment here. But Dinesh continued trashing our American students. Here he's saying that students can't do math, are 3 to 4 years behind in cognitive development, and have no critical reasoning skills. And naturally, Dinesh was getting a lot of pushback for his offensive tweets, especially from proud white American men like Tom here, who replied to one of his tweets, reminding AmericaFirst Dinesh that our duty here in America is to make sure our countrymen live a wonderful life before worrying about foreigners. But Dinesh didn't like to be put in his place. You see, he tweeted again suggesting brown people like Vivek hold the keys to fix the education system and help white kids. He also complained about quote-unquote whiteys on X and white dudes boasting about the moon landing. The mask is completely off here. Because as you can see in this picture, Dinesh is a hypocrite. He didn't marry a superior brown poop thrower, as he called his own people, and his daughter is in a relationship with a white man. See, sadly, he's now a fake grifting conservative who has lost his way and become India/Israel first. And this tweet from December last year exposes how Indian college seniors rank as the weakest performers, while American seniors studying computer science outperform their counterparts from India, Russia, and China. Of course. But Dinesh here knows what he's doing. See, he's now gaslighting the MAGA base, conflating free speech with Muslim support, and acting as a gatekeeper of the MAGA movement, desperately trying to bring everyone to follow Zionists and the dying Israel First agenda. And lastly, here's Dinesh revealing how low he's willing to go to virtue signal for Israel. Read the tweet on the screen. Whatever you think the context is, Dinesh is here saying it was a good thing for the Jews to kill Jesus instead of him dying of old age. Dinesh is here saying we owe our Christianity and our salvation to the Jews. Plain and simple, what Dinesh and those willing to jump to his defense are missing here is that the prophecy would have been fulfilled regardless. You see, the truth is that Jesus was going to die for our sin, regardless of what group of people decided to kill him. But Dinesh here wants us Christians to connect our salvation to Israel and the Jews who killed him. This is as slow as it gets. This is actually evil. Now, I want you to know that I have personally nothing against Israel as a country or the Jews. The problem I see here is how Israel First politicians from both the right and the left are quick to demonize and cancel those who merely point out how much Israel benefits from America, to our own detriment in the process. See, neocon dinosaurs like Dinesh and Ted Cruz will ignore these issues and call us silly names in an attempt to silence us. But we will not be silenced. We will continue to fight for our American workers first. We will continue to fight to fix our education system for Americans first. After all, whether you are a liberal or a conservative, Republican or Democrat, this is our home. Whether you were born here or became a citizen, we're all Americans, and our priority is our country. Because nobody owns the MAGA or the America First movement. Not President Trump, not Dinesh, not Ted Cruz, not Candace or Tucker Carlson. Putting America first or adopting the America-only mentality, as Matt Walsh would say, is our collective responsibility as Americans. May God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for making it to the end. Please like and subscribe, and for more great content, please watch this entire video. See you there.